0, 4, and for night. So let's click save, and we go. Now we are going to add along to this, and we're going to put. Let's go down and put the raindrops. So this one looks like it can be slightly easy. You're just gonna have to use your imagination a little bit just by shapes. So I'm going to add an oval, and let's make the raindrops. And then when you click it, you can kind of mess with the shape. Let's bring this in a little bit. Bring this in a little bit. And okay. And just like a cloud, not all raindrops look perfect. That one does not look. Let's see. Okay. I feel that this is good enough. So now before we do that, let's make them all the same color. So let's uncheck the border and let's fill it in with a raindrop color. So let's bring it down here and let's make it look like a raindrop. Well, I guess raindrops are going to be more clear, but we're trying to make this as simple as possible so a viewer can get the picture that that's rain coming out of clouds. Okay, so now that we have that, let's make about 4 raindrops. That's what they have on their picture. So copy and paste, copy, paste, and copy, paste. So now let's move it around. Put one in here. Put one here. And let's put one here. But all raindrops are not the same size, so let's make some smaller. Kind of make it a little realistic. Alright, it doesn't look realistic, but you know, get the picture. And you don't have to follow the same structure as I'm doing, but um, just I'm just making sure you get the idea of how we're gonna do this. So now this looks like a shower rain. That's what it has in the description. It says rain shower. So now let's pick the iPhone. Let's export it. Let's select it. There we go. Export it. So this one, the shower rain, it's going to be 09D and 09N. Let's click save. So now there's another one that we need to do. Looking at this, we have the rain with the sun, and then we have the rain with the moon, and we also have snow in this. So we're going to let's jump on ahead and do the lightning and the snow before we delete our little gray cloud. So for now, let's delete the raindrops if it lets me delete it. Okay, so now I'm in the artboard, so let's delete this, delete that, delete this, and delete this. So right now we want to make a lightning bolt. So I can see it being, let's start with I guess we can start with a rectangle. That might be the best bet. Or polygon, triangle. Let's start with a rectangle. See what we can do here. So I'm gonna make a rectangle about this big. I'm going to make it this big. Then I'm gonna mess with the corners a little bit. I'm gonna make it like this. I'm gonna make it this. How about let's make it like this. Okay, I think I got an idea. And now I think we made our lightning a little bit too long. So let's get back to our rectangle. Let's minimize it a bit. Now let's make it a little slant right here. This. And now let me see a triangle. And let's see if an upside down triangle will be good. So now we want to rotate it. Okay. So now that I rotated it, let's make this undo. Let's make this a little bit more dramatic. Just a little more. Okay, so now let's click on this one, click on that, and this, and let's make a union. There we have our little lightning bolt. It's not the best one, but it's our lightning bolt. Make copy and paste. Let's make two, and obviously let's make one a little smaller, kind of just like how they did, and put one kind of stagnant to here. And I know, we know lightning bolts aren't red, but we're going to make ours red. I guess we should have made both of them red before. So let me do that. So we can kind of keep them the same color. So I'm going to make this one red. I'm going to delete this one. I want to keep it the same color. So copy, paste, move it here, and then make it smaller again. Okay. So that's our little lightning bolt. So now we have the 11 and the thunderstorm. So now let's mark that as thunderstorm. So we're gonna select the iPhone, gonna export it, and thunderstorm is 11D and 11N. So we're gonna save it. And before we take a break from this lecture, let's create our snowflake. I was going to save that one for last, but let's create our snowflake. This one's gonna be pretty difficult, but hey, let's do it. So let's delete the lightning bolt, and let's see our shapes. And the best thing I can think of is creating a little star. Okay, remind me later. Let's create a little star. And let's create a circle. Let's make it here. And but first, before we create a circle, let's delete our circle and let's create a triangle to kind of make it resemble a star flakes a little bit. So let's make this wider. Let's rotate this, and it's going to be 180. So now let's put this here. And let's select the triangle and the star and let's union. That doesn't look good at all. So let's select these, freestyle a little bit. And make this a little taller. Now let's select both of them. Union doesn't look good, but it's the best we can do as for right now. For your star flake, probably you can get something from Google, but if you want to be a developer, it's best to do your own designs. So that's what we're going to do in this video, do our own designs. Let's hit subtract. So now it has our little snowflake. And this is just going to be our snowflake for now. It looks like one of those ninja darts, but hey, we're still trying to keep it at a good time. So let's do our snowflake. Let's make it this blue. And let's command copy and copy. Make 4 of them. And it doesn't look so bad when you put a couple of them on there. Oh, let's undo. We don't want to make 4 of them. Oops, undo that. Select this and make one down here. So now let's resemble them. See, that doesn't look too bad. That's our 13D and 13N. So we're going to click this 13D, save, export, and 13 night. All right. When we get back, we're gonna continue and do a couple others. We need to do our clear skies, our few clouds, and our mist. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.